Good evening. My name is Stephen Bell, and I want to finish what I started in the last video I made. So, Satan came to discriminate, to write his own laws, write his own ways, and that's what man follows. These are some of the things that Satan is allowing on the face of the earth and in the church. Number one, he uses man's laws that man makes upon this world or this United States to benefit you by through God's hand to make it a better, safe place. And Satan used it for his own advantage. Number two, he takes the love of God and uses it to give him power to operate his evil, to do his evil. Satan's craftiness is something that you have to watch very closely. Man's laws, God's love. Number three, he goes into the place, to the bride, or to the message people, so-called bride and so-called message people, and thinks they can break promises and not keep them. But I say unto you, if you made a promise to anybody and knowing that you wasn't going to keep it, knowing it was impossible, then you lied. This Christian world today, this Christian United States today is worthless. Because man does what he wants to do. Because they're called bride. Man does what he wants to do because they're called message people. The message people are the biggest, worstest people that I've seen on the face of this earth. And I can say that. They take Brother Branham's word and they make up stuff against it, make up stuff for it. I mean, think it's making people think it's what Brother Branham said, and it ain't what Brother Branham said. They got all the Brother Branham's messages twisted around for Satan's evil, and Satan does it for his evil. God put Brother Branham on this world to give us the truth, to give us what is supposed to be true and what is supposed to be following, what's wrong and what's right. And man comes along with so-called message people, so-called bride, and twists it to fit their own evil. That's just what the devil tended to do. Devil's evil all around, and you people take it as it's a good thing. Man tells you not to watch TV, and they got a computer that will put you on anything you want to hear. And so they hide the TV, and they say all manner of evil against it. But you have evil against it in your own house with your computer. See how man twists things and man puts things in a way to scrimmage God's word, God's truth? When are we going to learn that we ain't God? We are a human trying to follow our relationship with God, who can turn us into a true worship of God. Not this phony baloney that we append to have every day on the face of this earth between lies with Satan, lies of evil, fitting your own evil to get away because it's still in your heart. We tend to play rock and roll, Christian rock and roll, when it's supposed to be put out when you got to the cross and asked the Lord to come in your heart. It wasn't supposed to be there. But they followed it right into God's religion. And that's what you got. Christian rock and roll. We're not right. The stuff we follow ain't right. The stuff we tend to have ain't right. And God's angry. God's going to come down on his face of the earth and destroy it. Why? Because we are still evil. There ain't no righteousness in us. How is righteous in us? The one that follows God is worse because they're following God, not Satan. And Satan knocks them around, and the bride and so-called bride and the so-called mega churches just let it go on, and they can't be helped. So they suffer. Only why is because Jesus went through it, Peter, James, and John went through it. There's no joy, no passion for somebody that's hurting, no nothing that somebody's going through. They live like dogs because they think they're better than you. There ain't nobody better than me. I am that I am. And that's why they don't like me. Because Satan put a curse on me. Because I go against him. I preach his word. And I'm going to keep on preaching his word till God takes me home. Satan is a liar. And when you follow his evil ways, you're following him. When you follow his so-called love, his so-called breaking promises, his so-called laws, then you're following the devil and you'll end up in God's hell. That's truth. So you gotta understand that I'm not for that. And I'm against it. And I'll preach against with promise breakers and all of them. Because there's nothing but a devil showing himself. They're God on the throne. Showing himself he's God. Sitting on his throne. Deceiving many that comes his way. We want to follow God right? Drop everything you have and worship the Lord thy God and follow his word, his way. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning. Not no devil, not no evil, other different ways, but the same word that was in Genesis is now in the New Testament. And that's what, and Brother Branham led that thing to go with it, to love it, and to follow it, and to live by his truth. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be, and it can't be changed. Thank you. Okay, Mooney.
Click on it.
I clicked.
Stop it.
I don't think I went too far, did I?
No.
Now we gotta go. We gotta